Welcome to the third day of our challenge, Facebook for Business. I'm excited that you're here and I hope you're excited as well. Please leave a comment below and let me know how you are enjoying the challenge so far. And obviously give this video a thumbs up if you like it and share it with your friends. Sharing is caring. And if you haven't signed up for the challenge, you can still do so. I will link the sign up page below after I finish this live training. But today I wanted to quickly talk about Facebook groups and how important they are in your Facebook for business in general, for your business. So let's see why you should actually consider creating a group for yourself on your own, and how you can do that. So first of all, a Facebook group, in my opinion, is the most important piece of your Facebook bundle. So if you haven't created one, I highly suggest that you create one. Why? Because it's the number one tool of Facebook that is very high in engagement, and it is really worth spending some time there because people who come into your group, they already voted for your topic. So if you have read my post today, my intensely long and detailed post, or if you've opened your email from our 5-day challenge, then you already know the following steps that I'm about to explain again. But stick with me until the end of this live training, because at the end I will also give you a few hacks for existing group admins and for those who don't want to open their own group. So here we go. First of all, like I just said, the people who are coming into your group, they are so-called warm leads. And what I mean by that is simply that these are people that have searched on Facebook your topic. So once they get into your group, they are already interested in what you are selling or what you are offering, and this means that you don't have to do as much work as for other promotional activities when you do cold mailing, or when you start using Facebook ads, for example, and you're targeting a cold audience. So here you go. You talk to a pool of people that have decided to dedicate some time to educate themselves on your topic. So this is great. This is what every marketer's dream is looks like. So ever since Facebook group have become so popular, people are jumping on that train and create their own groups, and for a very good reason. So you can obviously create your own content there. You present yourself as the authority of your in your niche, and you are showing and showcasing yourself as the expert that you are. So it's a great stage, so to speak, and you can use it for so many different opportunities. You can do it in both directions. It actually works. Either you use the content that you create on your blog and you repurpose it in your Facebook group, or you do it the other way around. You create some content, you see how it does, if it performs well or not, and then the one that is performing good in your group, you can repurpose in your on your website, on your blog. And that's what I love so much about Facebook groups. You can literally test everything and get market research from your targeted audience within seconds or within hours. Because when you do the polls, for example, and you ask questions and try to get people engaged with your topic, with your themes, then you get straight to the answer. You know exactly what works, what not. So you can even go as far as ask, hey, are you interested in XYZ topic, product, new service that I'm working on? And you'll see from the reactions if that's a good idea or not before you even start creating it. See, this is already a big win for small business owners, for online entrepreneurs. If you are really relying on the sales of your services or digital products, that's the way to go, to test before you and ask your audience before you even start producing the content and the products. So now that we've determined and talked about why it's a good thing to have a Facebook group, you're probably wondering what it takes to create one. And that is definitely a little bit a longer process. And I'm not saying everyone should do it, but I highly suggest that everyone should consider doing it. Let's start this way. If you are one of the people who are in the mood and have the energy to really focus on pushing your Facebook business strategy, then I highly suggest that you're doing the legwork and you're creating your Facebook group, and you do it strategically, because it will pay off on the long run, for the reasons that I just mentioned. So you create your group not only with a title that is, for example, never only use your brand's name as the Facebook group unless you're Coca-Cola or Apple. What I mean by that is use a name of the for your group that is searchable. People will go on Facebook because they have an urgent need to find information, so they have a problem, they are looking for it, and then they will search best keto recipes or recipes for keto diet, health tips on a vegan diet, for example. If you want to do a group in that niche, your group name will have to include those keywords. So you cannot, if your brand name was for example, My Healthy Me, then no one will find you, or it will be a lot harder to be found if you use that as your group's name. So it's better to use it the keto friendly health club, for example. So you have already the keywords in the group name. I also explained that a little bit in the Facebook post today and in your email. Check it up or leave a comment below if you have a question in finding your group's name. But I think this example makes it pretty clear. Use keywords and make it searchable. And then once you have created your group and you've dedicated some time in brainstorming a good searchable name for your group, make sure that you have really smart questions that people have to answer to enter your group. Never let them in without setting up the 3 questions. And the questions can be, for example, where did you find this group? How did you find this group? This is always good if you want to find out which promotional strategy was working and which not. And also ask them, do you want more information on this topic? If so, leave your email address. This way you can build your email list as you build your Facebook group. It's a smart way to do that. And last but not least, ask them in what stage they are already. I mean, which level of knowledge do they have in your specific niche, in your topic. This helps you categorize and tailor your content that you're producing for the group, because if you have only beginners entering your group, you don't want to give them too high advanced content of the topic that you're talking about. For example, if you're talking about how to build now out of the blue, how to build a house, for example, you don't want to talk about the fine, no, that's a bad example. let's go with the health example again. So if you talk about the keto diet, you don't want to give too advanced uh, recipe information. You want to maybe begin with topics like what is a keto diet, for who is this keto diet useful, who shouldn't go on a keto diet, what to expect, etc. PP. So now that you've determined your three questions, and then you have a catchy name that is searchable, you also want to make sure that your group description is very detailed and on the spot, so that people who are coming into the group know exactly what they can expect. It's a little bit like an introduction for your, or an about page for your blog or website, so that people who are new to this group can actually decide, is that really a group I want to stay? And some group descriptions, if your group is public and is searchable, so if it can be found on Facebook, then you can actually see the group description before you even ask to join. So make sure that you explain exactly the use for your group. What is it that people can expect from you? Why did you create that group? And how often do you post in this group? Well, not necessarily how often, but what are the topics? Like, it's nice to know what content schedule that you are following, so that people can already, yeah, get into the mindset of and get excited for your content. So this makes like this makes up for an engaged group, rather than surprising them every now and then with new content and with different topics. And now I'm coming to the part where I suggest that you are looking out for co-moderators, because once your group gets momentum and you invite, or you have invited in the masses, so to speak, I'd say if you reach a number that is becoming a little less easy to or more difficult to manage yourself, this is around 500 people, I'd say you start looking out for co-admins and moderators, because it's a lot of work to keep a Facebook group running. And how do you do that? You simply look out for the most engaged people in your group. There's a simple search function where in the admin tool section, where you can look for the people who are highly engaged, who start conversations, and who engage with your content the most. And then you send them private messages asking, hey, I really appreciate you. You've been in my group for this long, and I see that you're really contributing value to this group, and I would like to offer you something that might bring value to you in exchange for having been a really great member. And offering them a spot, tell them that by becoming a moderator or co-admin, they can, well, first of all, they can step up their game on Facebook as well. They can learn how to manage a group, which is helpful, a helpful step before you manage your own group, which will maybe be their future goal. And then they obviously gain more exposure, because if you're an admin, you have the label next to your group, next to your name, so the other group members will notice, oh, and see this other person, oh, recognize it as an expert. So they might check out the profile and might check out this person's content as well. So I'm pretty sure that people who are with the mindset to make business on Facebook and social media in general, they will take you up on that offer of helping you out as a moderator. And it's a win-win situation, like I said. For them, it's more exposure and expanding their portfolio. And for you, it's less work, and getting a buddy who will help you. It's also more fun. It brings more ideas. You can brainstorm new ideas and get another perspective. And that is from a perspective as a group admin. But like I said, if you are maybe that person who is not ready yet to create your own Facebook group, it doesn't matter. Maybe you want to do it the other way around and look out for groups that you really like and you start engaging with their content. Do it over a few weeks of time. Really be that person who starts a conversation, who engages with every content that the admin posts, and help other group members get answers for their questions. And then you can pitch the admin and say, hey, look, I've been that really active member. What would you think if I help you out a little bit? Some days of the week I can take over the postings, and this way I can learn and grow my knowledge on running a Facebook group, because eventually I want to create my own group. So this could be an initial step if you say, today I'm not in that position to start creating my own group, but I highly suggest that you do this at one point in your career, because it really is a very good option for you to to simply create a trusted audience that helps you understand your audience better, that gets to know you better, and to essentially that you can sell to directly without being ashamed, because they're asking you to produce content that helps your audience. So I hope you find this useful. Please let me know in the comments below if that is something that you were considering, and there's so much more you can learn about Facebook groups. Please make sure that you ask questions and leave comments below. I'm coming back to this video even if you catch the replay and it's a day later. I will see the comments, and if not, you can always join this challenge and ask your questions in our Facebook, in the private Facebook Hangout group, where we talk all about the challenge topics, and you're more than welcome to ask your questions there. This is it for today's live training. Make sure to join the challenge if you haven't done so. Share it with your friends if you find that someone needs this, and make sure that you show up tomorrow, because on our 4th day, it's gonna be again a massive day, our second last day, and I'm really excited. And yeah, I hope you had fun. It was fun for me, and I see you tomorrow. Have a great day.